Now let's shift our focus to Durban, where something fresh and powerful is brewing. It's called the Unscripted Society. It's a brand new platform that's giving young people between the ages of 16 and 22 the chance to connect, a chance to debate and turn their ideas into action. And yeah, the launch happens on the 4th of October at Skyline Coffee, and it promises to be more than just conversation. It's about mentorship, it's about networks, and creating a safe space for youth voices that often go unheard, especially now. We have some of the highest youth unemployment rates in the world. There are challenges in our education system and how young people are skilled. It's not in par with the global demands of the day. And joining me now is someone who's the driving force behind this initiative, Nazeer Jamal. He's no stranger to empowering young minds. And yeah, we're going to be getting a bit more insight on what the Unscripted Society is all about. And he's joining us via our virtual platform. Nazeer, assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah so much for joining us. Welcome to Salam Media. Really appreciate you giving us your time this morning.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for having me on.
No, pleasure's all ours. I think let's start here. Why the Unscripted Society? What gap are you trying to fill for young people in Durban with this initiative?
If you see the video that I did, and I start off by saying that I as was once a 20-year-old, and I looked up at the 40-year-olds and said, "Hey, you guys are on the committees of Muslim organizations. You're doing amazing things. You've got an opportunity to help the community, to help the ummah." And I'm 20 years old, and there's no platform for me. There's
Mm,
nowhere that I can go. Every time I try, someone tells me, "No, you're too young. You don't know," and there was no opportunities. And what has happened was, apart from my late father, who gave me a lot of opportunities and taught me a lot and mentored me, I realized that now that I'm 40 years old, what do I do now? Oh, I shouldn't I be the one that's going to be helping young people, giving them the opportunities that I didn't have, sharing the skills that I've got, sharing my resources, funding, thought processes, networks. This is the time that I need to do that. That's the gap that I'm looking at. So I meet a lot of young people consistently, and they're telling me, Nazir, you do such crazy things, you do such amazing things. How do I get involved? And there's literally that they told me there's no platform for us to get involved in and for us to be mentored, and that's what kind of the process of the Unscripted Society is. These are young people. Their script is not written yet in that sense. We know Allah's qadar is there, but in the sense that they need to charter their script. They need to write that script down. They need to nurture their talents and inshallah help the ummah.
mm, mm. In literal terms, what would this initiative be giving to young people? Is this skills development? Is it funding for businesses? In literal felt seen terms, how exactly will you be helping young people?
So part of the project is this is only the Unscripted Society is basically the baseline of the project. It's really a platform for young people to share their ideas and thoughts. That's the first thing. The second thing is for them to start curating projects in their minds, and I think that's an important step. So it's to be heard, and then obviously to start curating. But the next phase of that is a mentorship program that we have that we're launching after this, and that's going to be where we're choosing a few of the top of the crop that really have drive, they've got ambition, they've got the want, the need to really do something, and those are the ones every year we'll choose 6 months. So they will go through a very rigorous program of mentorship with entrepreneurs, with business developers, with psychologists. We've got a whole lot of other team members from the humanitarian sector that are getting involved. So a holistic approach to young people, giving them all the resource they need. Now, if they have a project that comes out of this, then we will try to get them funding. We'll give them the networks to get it there. We'll get them the PR platforms to get the message out. And so it's a whole holistic kind of approach to young people doing amazing things.
Mm, mm. One other thing which is very, very interesting is the fact that you are very, very intentional about the age group that you're targeting, 16 to 22. Any specific reason why you went for that window?
So This is the first project, as I said, 16 to 22. We will be opening it up thereafter to 23 to probably around 30. The reason is why we kept it at 22 and 16, because 16, you are pretty much in your last 2 or 3 years of schooling, high school. So you're at that point where you're deciding on career, on what are you going to do. Are you going into technicon? Are you going to university? Are you going into business? Are you just going to go work for someone? So we are at a very critical point in your time of decision making. So obviously we want to be there for you at the time that you make that decision of what your future could be. And the reason why we kept it at 22 is because those who are in university generally are now in their third or fourth year, and you're ending. And you once you get to 22, 23, 24, you're now going into the working world. So, it's going to be very difficult for a young graduate to connect to a high school student. So,
Mm,
therefore, we try to keep that kind of balance. University and high school is what we're looking at for now. And we will open up then the next phase for young professionals.
mm, mm. I think that's really, really wonderful. The first event is happening on October the 4th. Can what can young people expect? When they walk into the Skyline coffee shop, what would you guys be getting up to? What exactly will be happening on October the 4th?
So definitely, firstly, a coffee and a snack is on the house from my side. So they don't need to worry about getting their caffeine fix or their matcha fix. That's sorted out. The next point is we're going to be starting off with an icebreaker just to get to know each other, see what our backgrounds are, what our futures are, what our goals are, what our expectations are. And then we're going to go into some discussions on current issues that are facing young people in South Africa. We will go down the channel of trying to see what are their thoughts and also their solutions to those problems. So for us, it's more like that, as I said, fact finding for now, seeing where the gaps are, what's the problems, and how can we then find solutions. So that's what we're going to be discussing. There'll be some hot issues and debates, I'm sure, that young people will have between them. And so that's what we're looking forward to. So it's going to be the first one. There's a lot more to come after that. And I really hope young people are going to take this challenge up.
No, most definitely. And those that want to take up that challenge, how do they get hold of you guys? Where do they apply, or do they just rock up and be a part of it?
Yeah, I prefer that they do apply. The best option is that they do get involved by sending an application form. We just want to get to know who you are, and obviously because it's a private venue, we will obviously restrict who's going to be entering. So if you do pitch up on the day, we're sure we can arrange something, but preferably you apply beforehand, so I get to know who you are and also what your expectations. So if you go to that QR code, you can see it there. Otherwise, you can contact me on 076 151 3334.
There you have it, Nazeer Jamal. Thank you so much. I think any and every opportunity that is afforded to young people here in South Africa this current moment is very, very much appreciated. Young people are unemployed, some of the highest rates of unemployment around the world. Here in South Africa, it's young people. Young people don't feel like they have a space, they don't feel like they have a voice, and creating platforms like this, I think it's very, very commended. And we wish you all the best. And looking forward to chat to you just to reflect back on how it was. Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah so much.
Inshallah. Thanks so much.
Well, they have it. That was Nazeer Jamal. They're giving us insight on a really, really wonderful platform that they have. It's called the Unscripted Society. If you're a young person or you're a parent or you're a teacher and you feel like, there's a young person who has wonderful ideas and, they're in need of mentoring, they're in need of that guidance and a space, to write their own script, as Nazeer said. You can if you're watching on our various social media pages, there's a QR code. I think you can just point your camera at it and then you'll find an application form there. Otherwise, you can call Nazeer. We're going to put up his contact details on our screen again. It's 076 151 3334. Nazeer on 076 151 334. This is in the Durban kind of area, Durban region. And yeah, please be a part of it. I think young people need these opportunities and they're open for 16 to 22-year-olds. Opportunities for young people, always appreciated. I think young people need to be part of the discourse. They need to be seen, they need to be heard, and they need to be made part of, initiatives like this, instead of just being at home, not really being involved in anything. not feeling useful, which is the case with a lot of young people across South Africa. So I think a really, really wonderful opportunity for them. And yeah, wish them all the best. Otherwise, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, News and Views continues.